Hey, welcome to Nerdy Source Prepping. I'm your host, Greg. I want to do a real quick video. There are words that you just don't say to tempt fate. Honey, we have extra money left over in the budget. What are we going to do with that? Wow, I'm getting a big tax refund. We can have some fun now. At the hospital, you never ever say, it's really boring. It's pretty quiet. Where is everybody? That'll snap their heads around like they're in The Exorcist and give you the stink eye and the evil eye and the middle finger and telling you leave the ER now. You just don't say those words. One of the things that tempted fate was my car broke down some time ago. It cost more to repair it than what it's worth, so I was in a bind paying on a car that's useless. So we were down to one vehicle, a truck, running errands. The check engine light came on. Figured after Sandy said, maybe we can get by with one car. Check engine light came on the very same day. Turns out it's the oil housing unit. Not cheap, nothing is. I'm hearing that, well, it's going to be labor intensive, which means, oh boy, we got to take out a personal loan just to pay the mechanic and get the car fixed. So I started a process at night, online, buying a car at a local dealership, 15 minutes from the house. And I thought, okay, I can get all this done. I have very good credit. Get it all done. Explain all the finances in detail online. The finance director sees it when he opens up 9 o'clock, figured by 11 o'clock, after he runs my credit again, you get this done. Anyway, getting disgusted with the process and all this other kind of stuff, I finally call the salesman who I spoke to and said, if you want this deal done, you better start stepping on it. 8 hours waiting for a process should only take 2 hours to get the car, get it done, or I'll go to another dealership and I'll have a car within 2 hours. Well, miraculously, the finance director says, come and get your car. I said, we need a ride, so we went down there. While at the dealership, waiting again, and I hate buying cars. They make it so painful. It's like going to a dentist and getting your teeth filled without Novocaine, and it's just that I hate it that much. But the ornery cuss that I am, take full advantage of every opportunity to pull a prank. Well, they pulled the vehicle up, and it was sitting outside the door, and it's a really nice car. So Sandy, the missus, she's like, is that the car? I said, yeah, that's the car. And she goes, I love it. I want to go sit in it. And I'm like, okay. And she goes, you sure that's the car? I said, I'm pretty sure that's the car. So while they were getting the paperwork finalized, now this is after all night and then waiting at least 6 hours to get it finalized, Sandy's sitting inside the passenger seat looking at all the knobs and buttons, which I still haven't figured out. And she's just sitting back saying, oh, I love this car. This is so cool. Look at this, all this new gadgetry. And you have a little computer dashboard with a screen and everything else. So she was sitting back really enjoying this. And she was sitting there quite a while. Well, I figured it was time for her to get out of the car and come in and let's go over the paperwork. It was in my name, but I wanted her there. So I said, hey, you got to get out of the car. And she said, no, I'm not going to get out of the car. Well, one of the other salesmen who had no logos on his coat or anything else, and he looked like, your grandfather, was moving towards the door. And I said, get out of the car. That's this man's car. You're sitting in his car that he just bought. You need to get out. Man, I'll tell you what. The deer in the, are you serious? Oh my, her eyes got as big as dinner plates. She was just mortified that she was sitting in somebody else's car. And we come in the door. I said, "You're sitting in the guy's car, and he's here to tell you to get out of his car." "I'm so sorry you're sitting in your car." And he said, "Well, it's not my car. It's still the dealership's car. But as soon as you sign the paperwork, it'll be your car." The salesman and I were about busting out laughing so hard, and she could have just killed me. And the man that walked up, who was another salesman, we were in on the joke. I said, "Now, you ready to sit down and watch me sign some paperwork, and let's get this done?" And all kinds of names. But you know something? You have to take advantage of what you really hate doing and find the light in it. And the light was that I'm just as ornery a cuss as could possibly be. And, I never miss an opportunity to, break the monotony and just the absolute detestable thing of buying a car, because they just rake you over the coals and make it look like they're doing you a favor when you're actually doing them a favor by spending that kind of money. And prices of used cars are just absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, finally, after 6.5, 7 hours of going online, there was no haggle. I had everything figured out, had everything printed out, had good credit. There shouldn't have been any reason for this, and I was getting really pissed. But a little levity, a little humor at, my expense, her expense, made the process go a little bit easier. Not faster. It just took away the sitting in the monotony and the anger building up inside of you. So, lessons learned: never tempt fate by saying words that just bring it down upon your head very quickly. And boy, just relax and stop stressing out of things that will happen. It just takes longer than what you think it does or should. Not a serious video today. There will be more coming, but I appreciate it. And if you like this content, you like this channel, please hit the subscribe button. It's very important. Give me the thumbs up. Leave your comments about buying a car from a dealership. What experiences have you had, good, bad, or otherwise? Greg out.